Max here. Welcome to Market Monday, where we go through everything Madden and the market and what is going on with Mut. So, what is going on with Mut, right? This time last week, everybody was kind of freaking out about content. I guess that was more on Tuesday, but we ended up getting all rookie, right? The Combine got replaced for it, so those Combine animations that we saw, if you saw them out there leaked, those probably won't be used this year, as I don't think they would reuse them, but we didn't get any sort of love on the animations for the all-rookies, but you know what? Maybe they'll give it to us in a month or two. So, the market. Today on stream for about 2 to 3 hours, I rolled this training variety pack, and over time, I lost training, which makes sense as this is gambling, and the house always has its advantage in gambling. Now, you'll notice something big out there, right? The limited time cards are pretty low in price, and a lot of people are wondering if they should still invest in limited time cards because it seems like their supply is super high. They're not really going up a lot when they're out of packs. Because of that, maybe people are investing in because their prices are low. So it is an interesting, delicate balance about what you want to do with these things. Like, right, the only one in packs right now is Night Train Lane. So he is a phenomenal, well-known, well-loved Mut card, right? He's a hard-hitting cornerback, a position that doesn't really have a lot of hard hitters, unlike safety, which, I mean, you could sub in at cornerback and play, but $520 for him. Will he end up going in price? I don't know. Like, Cromartie went from about $450. I think I was buying around that price, $440, $450. Now he's up over $600K a couple weeks later. Really hasn't gone up much more than that. Night Train Lane here at $550. Do we think he's going to go up, or are people investing in him? That's for you, right? Somebody who we didn't think would really go up a lot would be Edgerrin James, but he went up from like 300 to 330, now looking at about 400. So it really, you know, anything can really happen without packs. That's on you guys to decide, but that's kind of like the market cycle, right? When limiteds are in packs, buy them and then sell them when they're out of packs. It's kind of been that way for a long time. Like Marino, I don't see a lot of, you know, money being made off of him, but you know what? Maybe I eat my own words and Marino shoots up to 900,000 coins, which would really be impossible in my mind. But you know, never say never. So the trainer reroll, I really like it because limited time cards are low in price. It makes it nice for all of us buying. The interesting thing is, if you remember how expensive Reduxes are, and they are expensive right now, versus how much they were oh my God, give me a Deshaun Chandler. I really hope that's not the one when I pull my level 90 Redux pack, but I'll take a Chandler, a 95 overall right now out of that training variety pack. I want to look for what he's going for in the market right now. But my God, that green gets you so excited. And then this 95, you're like, okay, it's still great. Don't get me wrong, but man, I wish it would never would have Redux those Cardinals cards. So that way that Redux pack would have been a lot cooler. Unlike those Steelers jerseys, which are some of the uglier ones they had to choose from, but they decided to choose them anyways. So power-ups, because of this set, have basically died. If you want to look at like the power-ups overall, what the price they're going at, a lot of them have crashed down. There's no longer like super expensive ones. A lot of the traditional ones like the Tyreeks of the world, like really the only ones right now are like Derwin, Night Train, some of these in here. Thorpe, Moss is still going for a good amount, but this training reroll, I mean, you could basically quick sell almost every single power-up, with the exception of, you know, kind of those ones that you see on the front page here. You do want to sell those. Maybe some to the second page. You definitely want to sell those on the block because they are going for a little bit. And you just want to add them to your team. But overall, I've had a pretty decent luck, right? Oh, like, I haven't lost as quickly as I lost with a lot of other training rerolls. 20,000 coins, nice. I mean, it's a profit on that one at least. So, yeah, go ahead and reroll if you want. Night Train Lane power-up. Okay, that's one we just saw. He's actually going for a bit. So he's going to be one-on-one that I'm going to hold off and not quick sell and sell it on the block. But I want to talk about cheap training, right? Because cheap training is kind of important to make this roll even more profitable, right? Because if you sell a lot of this stuff on the block, like that 90 overall pull, which is kind of nice, if you sell it on the block, you want to buy it at a cheap rate. So where is the cheap? I want to keep pulling because I'm pulling really hot right now. Give me like, you know, another minute to pull. So we'll talk about that stuff. So like, where do we want to find our training, right? A lot of this stuff, what's funny is like what's coming out of this roll, like I talked about a few weeks ago, if you guys listen to my YouTube channel, which I know many people don't. People basically turn me on in the background to appease their parents that they're listening to some educational stuff before they move on to the better YouTubers. But you really want to be educated? Watch this. Rock Bottom Coins is the #1 place to get your Madden 21 coins. If you make coins for my videos, sell them to Rock Bottom. If you're buying, use my code GUTBOX for 15% off. All right, so we got the 1,000 on trade pack. All right, not good. Let's go and take a look at the best training source. And it might not be the best training source anymore because I talked about it today on stream and everybody's like freaking out on me. I'm like, what? I mentioned it in Market Monday like weeks ago. And like, I know, but nobody listens to you on YouTube. They only listen to you on Twitch when everybody else freaks out. So anyways, I wanted to go through and show again on YouTube since nobody's going to listen to me and pay attention to the old man ranting at clouds. Basically, like these uniforms that we get out of the packs, right? These things are going for 8.3K. And 8.3K, if you take a look at the training spreadsheet, best training, 8,300. Look at that. It's 5.5 when the rest of the market's well over 6. So I want to let you guys, and even if you buy low, it's over 7. So I want to let you guys know in on this. Like, yeah, go ahead and take a look at these alt uniforms in game, right? Because people are pulling that pack a ton and then listing it up. So when you buy it, boom, and when the color rush, you go back, you sell it, okay? And quick sell, 1,500 training. Yeah, I just got that training for 5.5. When the other minimum is 6.6 or 6.39, I think is the lowest. 6.2. And obviously you can find snipes and other products, right? And you can get even lower. But just want to let you know, cheap training is out there. That's not the only spot for cheap training, right? Sniping cards on the block. Great cheap training. I suggest 91s, 93s right now are the ones to really look at for the best, cheapest training. Tua. Son of a gun. I also recommend hoarding like I talked about last week. 83s and 85s, as predicted, did go up a little bit. 83s, I think more than 85s on the weekend. So just want to let you guys know, I go take a look at it right now. But those things pop back up over 5K for the 83s when we saw them about 4K-ish, depending on what you can get them. Let me go ahead and show that on the auction, on the market. So try and buy these things and snipe. These are not bad things to snipe during the week, right? Because prices generally go down on the weekend as we're ripping more packs, as the best packs of the whole week come out with those fancy packs, even though they are brutal at times. They're not that great of packs. But basically, 83 legends because they go into that ultimate legend set, and then you sell them right away, or just do the sets yourself. But 83s are going for, what do we got? 5,000 right now. So that's too expensive. Do not invest in 83s at 5K. But if you can get them around 4K and under, that ain't a bad thing. But yeah, so I don't know. Wait till later in the week for that to happen. But yeah, 6K even. Maybe they just won't go down enough. That's something to take a look at because they did pop up over 5K this past weekend from the low at like 4 to 4.4 in there for investments. Otherwise, buy Saturday, sell midweek, but definitely want to be sold out before Thursday because people rip for those limited times. Talking about content going forward, right? Is this Friday going to be a slow one? Are we going to kind of get into the cycle of, content, no content, content, no content every other week, along with our weekly cycle of Ultimate Legends? Wildcard Wednesday this week, if you don't recall, is power-ups again. So, like, this training variety pack, when the new power-ups are put into the game, definitely want to get on this Wednesday and into Thursday, right? Especially Thursday because the limited time cards will be in the pack at that point. 83s you definitely want to keep. I'll probably keep it for the weekend. But 100%, this Wednesday, this looks like the pack to be rolling. We might do a video that morning going through the new power-ups, whoever they are. They'll probably actually, tease them the night before, which, is tomorrow night. So we might be on doing content on the new guys. Hopefully, I don't know who's going to end up getting new power-ups, but I would assume training goes up because the amount of people that are going to pull training for the power-ups and, are going to demand it for this. So it's not a bad idea to be selling on Wednesday, right? It makes the most sense. Wildcard Wednesday, people want to be ripping this training pack, and then even into Thursday, I could potentially see a little bit of training fluctuation, although Thursday is traditionally a day when people rip packs, which keeps the market steady, if not lowers it a little bit, kind of like the harbinger of the weekend because limited time cards and packs. But now those limited time cards are in training, the market's completely different this year, right? It's weird how like one single pack completely changes our outset and our mindset on the market. And this training variety pack's definitely 100% done that. Big one, please. 94. Give me a big one. 88. Shoot. John Lynch, you son of a gun. So, maybe we get diamonds, not this Friday, but the Friday after. I don't know. It could be even further than that. But we are into March right now, which is wild, right? It's already March. I mean, didn't Madden just launch, right? Didn't Madden 21 just come out? This year's been the fastest year ever. Maybe as you get old and become a boomer like me, every year just keeps speeding up, but 21's flying by. And I'm really not looking forward to Madden 22 on next gen if the players are going to be as slow as they are, so maybe Madden 21's the last of the great with a flawless movement or a great fun movement that we'll be looking back in a few years like the boomers we are and saying, oh, 21, remember the good movement on that? And then we'll forget about all the glitches and problems and, you know, tight end delay fade bullshit. But tight end delay fade's not nearly as bad as some of the other problems we've had in Madden in the past, aka nickel blitz, cross man, dime, or 146 or dollar kind of crap. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about with the market. I mean, a lot of the market stuff is, it's kind of weird, but EA's gotten really good on the loopholes and stuff. Methods have been just okay, right? Chase Claypool, I was able to make him for a little bit of profit because people are buying those cards super high, right? Chase is still over 600K, so there was a little bit of profit this weekend. I don't know if there's any profit right now, though. I looked at his price. I'm like, it looks okay. I don't know. You'd have to work it out. Probably find some snipes for that. But yeah, it doesn't really feel like, you know, outside of the things that EA gives us for free, like those solos, it's a little bit harder of a year to loophole it. But, you know, we've had methods all year that if you've paid attention to this channel, you've been able to find and figure out and take advantage of the you know, arbitrage opportunity, which is basically, you know, buying cheap training, converting it over, and selling on the block for other things. People have been telling me about the Campus Hero reroll set. They've been having a good time with that and re-rolling into that, so maybe worth a look and a method there. But you know what? As soon as I get into it, and maybe a lot of people get into it, it'll profit like it'll evaporate, right? And that's what I hate about methods. Like when you go through it, like if a YouTuber's like, "Hey, do this set now, there's mega profit in it," which is something I've done in the past. Like gap packs, the resilient one, but like that's something that's been done in the past. It kind of like just goes away if like a dozen people are doing it all at once. Which, you know, look at the size of the channel. I mean, there's at least 15 people watching this, so if we all do it, then, you know, the profit goes away when all 15 of us hit it up. So I just want to let you guys know. I really want to talk about, see that training market that I talked about earlier. That might evaporate, right? That might increase the price, but just come back in a couple days, people will forget about it, right? And the training will go back down to cheap. Because I've mentioned that on these alternate uniforms and how good the training is on them for a little bit now. And, you know, they always seem to go back down because there's way more ignorant people pulling this training variety pack than there are watching this channel. Because you guys see people aren't subbed to this channel, which means there's a lot of ignorant people. Because ignorant means, you know, lack of knowledge. So if they don't have the knowledge, you know, it's their fault. But overall, our pulls out of this pack on the night, they've been okay, I guess. I think I'm about even because I didn't have a big pull that I didn't quick sell. I think I got a 95 in my binder. Yeah, I got the Chandler Jones in my binder, which would bring me actually a little bit above of... No, actually, no. I started with like 50K, didn't I? Yeah, maybe I am down. I am definitely down, it looks like. I don't think I've had many great pulls, so it's tough. But we will quit while we're behind, and we'll probably just have to buy a Night Train lane from the block today versus tomorrow, and because I would expect his price to go up at least slightly once he's out of packs. Maybe not dramatically enough to make tons on, but yeah, a little bit. A little bit. We're kind of addicted to rolling here. But let's put it down. That's it. We're done. We're out. That's Market Monday. You know, maybe I should make market videos other days of the week, because with the slowness of the middle of the week, right? The market, the way of making coins was over the weekend and on that day, and I kind of do like, you know, market stuff on promo days if you're on Twitch, but sometimes I don't specifically make a video on it, and maybe that's a problem. Maybe I should. But anyway, so if you guys enjoyed, thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel, really helps. Appreciate y'all. Take it easy.